Hello, everybody, and welcome to my membership minute for the final week of April. I want to thank everybody who took part in the 5-day Fire Element Challenge. It was so great to connect with you over the last 5 days. And really, that was just an introduction into the Fire Element course, which starts at the beginning of May. So let's just jump right in there so that you can know how to access the Fire Element Challenge. If you haven't had a chance to do that, if you're interested in that, and the Fire Element course, if you've signed up or if you still want to sign up, which you have one more day to do that, we're taking applications until Tuesday, April 27th. So let me share my screen. Okay, so here we are. If you come to live events and you go to courses, and 5 elements and the fire element. All 5 days of the fire element challenge are linked here. We'll take this down because this is no longer relevant. But you can see that each day is here and you can come back to them anytime as a member and come back to them and do them. And if you wanted a nice lead into the course, this is a nice way to lead into the course. Then to let you know, let's see. If you are enrolled in the Fire Element course, then this introduction is open to you here. There is an introduction video that I would encourage you to watch. It's about 20 minutes long. It tells you about the course. It tells you about all the elements. So one of the things I talked about in the Fire Element Challenge was that we took things apart in isolation. We looked at the small intestine meridian system in isolation, but we can only do that for so long. We really need to look at things and integrate them into a whole. And so in the course, we look at the 5-element system as a whole, the organ systems as a whole, and this puts it all back together. So I would highly recommend that you take a look at this. And then there's the workbook that tells you how to go through the course. You'll have to download it here. And there's an introduction to the course. It'll tell you about the live classes, when we're meeting, what to expect in the live classes, our contemplation for the course, our poetry for the introduction prior to the course, how to spend time in nature in the course. And if you've chosen to have a pot of 4, some ideas for how to connect, and also just a call to action for how to engage in the course. So that's the workbook, which I would encourage you to go through. And then the suggested practices are really for once we start the actual course. So just to let you know about all of that. Now, if you have registered for the course, then when you log into the community side here, so I've clicked on the community side, you will receive a notification here that will recommend that you join a club. So you'll have to click here and there'll be clubs over here. You'll come over to the clubs and there'll be a fire element course here. And you'll have to accept the invitation to come into the course. And this is where there's, well, the link will be also over in the club where I showed you, but there's a link here where you can connect for the live gatherings. But this is where the discussion will be going on for the fire element course here as well. Okay, so just to let you know a little bit for those of you who are involved in the course where everything is, and I think that should support you with that. I'm just going to jump ahead as well to the recommended classes for this week, because my recommended classes for this week will help you really integrate the Fire Element Challenge, because at the end of it, I know I felt like I wanted some time in integration to see what I received and what stood out and what I want to take away and what my next steps were. So I went into the 5-element closing moving mudra series. Let's see, we did that with You know what? I'm just going to pull this up and show you that it's in the show notes. So I'm just going to pull up the link for it directly. This is a great moving mudra series. It'll take you about 27 minutes. And it will, the other thing, remember I said how the course was where we looked at the small intestine meridian in isolation. This will put all of the elements back together, integrate them into the whole, and you'll be able to see how fire element acts with all the other elements. And it came from the course last year too, which is great. So you get to see it from the perspective of fire element. The other one that I would recommend, so that's my intermediate level class recommendation. The other class that I would recommend is under yoga styles and yin yoga and the yin yoga workshops. It's the integration class. It's under the earth classes. So earth integration. So this is a nice integration class that will allow you to receive what you received from the course if you want to do it from the perspective of yin yoga. For my beginners this week, I've just thrown in just to more let you know that we have a new Yoga Nidra audio here for you for anxiety and insomnia. Okay, so those are my recommendations for this week. And just a reminder that the application, if you haven't already applied, is this week on the 27th. Okay. One other thing to let you know about is that we've got discussions of the week going on right now. And my discussion for the week right now is what's changed for you since you became a member? When you become a member, we send out an email to you and we ask you, you know, what's your greatest aspiration as a member now that you become a member, and what's your greatest challenge as a member? And, you know, I think, you know, at the end of a 5-day challenge and as we're going into a course, it's a nice time to reflect back on, you know, have I moved towards that aspiration? Have I overcome some of the challenges that I had when I came into the community? So what's changed for you since you became a member? I think these are some great questions to ask ourselves. And I'd love to hear that from you guys. What's changed for you since you became a member? So go ahead and let us know there. We're having some great discussions every week and just more general discussions. And I'm loving the responses. They're really actually supporting me in creating content for you, knowing what's working for you. And I really appreciate the discussion that's happening here. It's a great way for us to talk about something that we all love too. Okay. I'm just making sure I'm covering everything here because I'm going out of order. All right, let's celebrate our members. Let's celebrate our anniversaries. So this week, Kim Atkins is celebrating her 6-year anniversary. Happy anniversary, Kim. And happy 7-year anniversary to Veronica Luke. And happy 7-year anniversary to Kathy Neitz. And happy 7-year anniversary to Maria Martinez. We really appreciate all of you and your presence here, your loyalty. As I always say, it's our community members that make us a community. And we appreciate you being here. And I'm so grateful that, you know, you're receiving value and that you stay around year after year. So thank you so much for being here. And we really appreciate you. Happy anniversary, everybody. This month, our member of the month, you guys always love this week the most. Our member of the month is Louis Carrera. And you guys will probably know Louis from his incredibly positive posts. Louis always sends Tim and I these beautiful blessings and notes of gratitude, and we just appreciate them so much. So, Louis, happy anniversary. Your positivity that comes down like rainbows in our community doesn't go unnoticed. And we just wanted to give thanks for that and show you some recognition and appreciation for that, Louis. So happy anniversary, not happy anniversary. Congratulations on being our member of the month, Louie. We really appreciate you. We appreciate your gratitude and just being our number one cheerleader. It's amazing to have somebody like that in your corner. And I'll be in touch with you to get your mailing address so I can send you a member of the month mug. And I think that's it for this week. If you guys have any questions about the course, you can ask me or Tanya, and we'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. And I'm looking forward to starting the course next week. It's coming up really soon. Namaste.